Okay. So first of all, we will discuss average speed and average velocity. Questions based on average velocity and average speed. As you all know that speed is a scalar quantity, whereas velocity is a vector quantity. Now, how to find out average speed and average velocity? So you all know average speed is nothing but it is the total distance. This one is the total distance covered upon total time taken. Okay, average speed is total distance. Page is blur. Wait a minute, let me do something. Now it's fine. Can you see words written on the paper clearly? Please wait. Is it clear now? Yeah, it's clear. So average speed is total distance upon total time, whereas average velocity is total displacement upon total time. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me do something to clear it. Okay, so now it's clear. Okay, see, we were discussing about average speed and average velocity. Average speed is nothing but total distance upon total time. Let's say if a particle starts from point O, this is point O. Okay, so particle, first of all, particle moves in this direction, distance s1, then it moves in this direction, distance s2, then it moves in this direction. Let's say this point is s3, and then finally it comes to point A. Distance is s4. This one is s4, this distance is s3, and this one is s2, and this one is s1. If particle takes, if particles takes total t time, we are doing revision of motion in one dimension. After that, we will start with motion in two dimensions. As you have screening test tomorrow, so we will solve few questions based on 1D that will help you in tomorrow's test. Okay, so you all must be aware of the stone's average speed and average velocity. So I have taken one example here. The particle starts from point O, it reaches to point A by following these four different paths. First path, distance of first path is s1, distance of second path is s2, distance traveled in third path is s3, and distance traveled in fourth path is s4. So if I talk about average speed and average velocity of this particle when it travels from point A to point O to point A. So as I told you, average distance, average speed basically, average speed is the total distance upon total time. So you all can see what is the total distance. It is s1 plus s2 plus s3 plus s4, and what is the total time taken? It is t. So average speed would be s1 plus s2 plus s3 plus s4 upon total time t. This would be the average speed. Correct. Now, if we talk about average velocity, so for average velocity, we all know that velocity is a vector. Velocity is a vector quantity. So we need displacement. And what is the displacement between O and A? It is line joining O and A, and this would be the displacement vector. Direction of displacement vector would be this. This one would be the head of this vector, and this would be the tail. And if I tell you that this OA distance is nothing but S, capital S, then what would be average velocity? Average velocity, average velocity is nothing but total displacement, which is S, upon total time taken during the journey, which is t. Average velocity would be S upon t. And always remember one thing, that average speed would always be greater than or equal to average velocity. Always remember this thing. Average speed is always greater than or equal to average velocity. When will it be equal? This equality will hold true when a particle is traveling in a straight line. When particle is traveling in a straight line, during that time, average speed and average velocity, they both would be equal. But if particle keeps on changing its path, then average velocity would definitely be less than average speed. Okay, so this one is the concept, you all know it very well. Now, based on this concept, we will solve one question. Okay, we will solve one question. So the question is, if a particle travels from point A till point B in a straight line, a particle travels from point A, it starts from point A and ends to point B. Particle travels this journey in two halves, or let's say first one third of the distance. Initial one third distance it travels with velocity v, and the remaining two third of the distance it travels with speed 2v. Okay, so question is, particle starts from point A, it reaches to point B, it moves in a straight line. So initial one third distance it travels with speed v, another remaining two third distance it travels with speed 2v. They're asking you find out average speed and average velocity of the particle during this journey. When particle moves from A to B, we have to find out average speed and average velocity of the particle. And it is given in the question that initial one third distance is particle moves with velocity v, and the remaining 2/3 particle moves with velocity 2v. So the same funda, you just have to remember those two formulas. First one is this: average speed is total distance upon total time, and average velocity is total displacement upon total time. So how we will solve this question? Okay. So if I assume that time taken by the particle in moving 1/3, initial 1/3, is, let's say, t1. This is t1, and the time taken by the particle to cover remaining 2/3 is t2. Okay, so this 1/3 time is t1, remaining 2/3 time is t2. So the funda is, let's say this point is O. So when for this journey AO, you know the simple formula what? Distance is equal to speed multiplied by time, or displacement is equal to velocity multiplied by time. So this AO distance is nothing but d by 3. So this d by 3 is equal to speed during this AO is v multiplied by time taken is what? t1. Distance between AO is d by 3, speed with which particle moves is v, and time taken in this duration is t1. So what is t1 here? T1 comes out to be, T1 in terms of d and v would be d upon 3v. d upon 3v. T1 comes out to be d upon 3v. Now, for particles journey from O to B, if you apply the same funda, what is the distance between OB? It is 2d by 3. 2d by 3 is equal to speed, which is 2v multiplied by time. So what is the time? Time taken by the particle from O to B is what? T2. So distance between OB is 2d by 3, velocity is 2v, and time is t2. So this t2 comes out to be, d upon 3v. When you solve it, it comes out to be d upon 3v. So I got t1, I got t2, and we know in this situation, because the particle is moving in a straight line, average velocity and average speed, they both would be same. When particle travels in a straight line, its average velocity and average speed, they both would be same. So the next step is average velocity. For this particular question, average velocity would be same as average speed, and that would be equal to total distance, or you can say total displacement, because in this case both are same. Total distance or displacement upon total time taken. So what is the total distance we assume? We assume that total distance between A and B is what? D. Upon total time would be initial time t1 plus time t2. Total time would be t1 plus t2. And what was t1, t2? The both were d by 3v, d by 3v. So t1 was d upon 3v, and similarly t2 was also d upon 3v. So once you solve this, d cancel out, d. So 1 upon 1 by 3 common. So 1 by 3, so denominator would be 2 by 3v. So this comes out 3v by 2. This would be your answer. Okay, so these are very simple questions, but we can modify them. We can make them bit tough. So the next question which we are going to take of same variation. In the last step, what is the last step? Last step is basically what is average velocity. See, particle travels from A to B in a straight line. And I have already told you that whenever a particle moves in a straight line, its average velocity is same as average speed. So that would be total distance or displacement upon total time. So in this situation, in this question, we assume that distance between A and B is what? Total distance is d. Okay, so this one is the question. Particle travels from A to B. First 1/3 distance with speed v, and the remaining 2/3 distance with speed 2v. And I assumed that time taken by the particle from A to O is t1, and time taken by the particle from O to B is t2. And then we applied this equation. Then we applied this equation that from A to O, okay, from AO, d by 3 is equal to speed v multiplied by t1. So t1 comes out to be d by 3. We have to find out unknowns t1 and t2 in terms of v and d. And later on, you will realize that these unknowns t, t1, t2, d, they all will cancel out, and you will get answer in the terms of v. And from O to B, distance is what? Distance is 2d by 3. Speed is 2v and time is what? T2. So 2d by 3 is equal to speed multiplied by time. T2 comes out to be d by 3v. So both T1 and T2, they both are same. D by 3v, d by 3v. Now the next step would be this. Velocity. Average velocity is average or average speed. They both are same. Total distance displacement upon total time. So total distance is d and total time is t1 plus t2. As they both are same, so finally the answer comes out to be 3v by 2. This is the final answer. Now next question. So in next question, you can listen to the question carefully. A particle travels in a straight line. A particle travels in a straight line. Initial 1/3 of the distance is traveled by speed v. Initial 1/3 of the distance is traveled by speed v. The remaining part of the distance was covered with velocity 2v for half the time. Yeah, I will write. I'm just dictating once. So this is the question. Particle travels from A to B in a straight line. This is point A, this is point B. Okay, so particle travels from A to B in a straight line, initial 1/3 of the distance. So if I assume this total distance as d, so the question states that initial 1/3 of the distance, basically this d by 3, is being traveled by the particle with velocity v. Okay, and this one is the remaining distance 2d by 3. Understand the question properly. This is interesting, a bit tough than the previous one. So a particle travels from A to B in a straight line, and wait, yeah. Now the remaining distance is 2d by 3. So in this remaining distance, whatever the time particle takes, half of the time particle moves with speed v 2v, and remaining half of the time particle moves with speed 3v. So the question is, particle starts from point A, it reaches to point B. We assume that total distance between them is d. So initial 1/3 of the distance particle travels with speed v, and the remaining 2/3 of the distance, whatever time particle takes, let's say in remaining 2/3 distance particle is taking time t. So half of the time particle travels with 2v, remaining half of the time of this 2/3 distance particle travels with 3v. And now the same question, find out average speed and average velocity of the particle during this whole journey. Find out average speed and average velocity of the particle during this whole journey. If I say this point is O, question is, particle starts from point A, it moves in a straight line and reaches to point B. One third of the initial distance, one third of the distance particle travels with speed v. Now, after traveling one third, whatever time is left, during that time, half of the time particle moves with velocity 2v and remaining half of the time particle moves with speed 3v. So you have to find out average velocity or average speed of the particle during this entire journey. See, the same thing, you just need to remember that one formula, what average velocity is nothing but total displacement upon total time. Okay, so if I assume, let's say there is some point O dash, there is some point O dash, so from O to O dash, from O to O dash, particle takes time t by 2, and then from O dash to B, particle takes time t by 2. Basically, time taken from O to B is what? T. I assume it to be t. And half of the time particle travels with 2v, another half of the time particle travels with 3v. So for first of all, from A to O, for this part AO, for this AO part, if you apply the same thing, what displacement is equal to velocity multiplied by time? So what is the distance between AO? It is d by 3. What is the speed? It is v, and multiplied by time. We don't know the time, so you can assume that time taken from A to O is what? Let's say some another unknown t1. If I assume that time taken from A to O is what? T1, then during this time AO distance d by 3 is equal to speed multiplied by time. What is time? T1. This T1 comes out to be, d upon 3v. Okay, T1 is d by 3v. Now from O to B, motion is divided in two parts. First from O to O dash, and then from O dash to B. So we will find out O dash, then O dash B, and then we will add both of them and equate it to 2d by 3. So in this journey from O to O dash, you should apply the same thing. What displacement is equal to speed multiplied by time. So what is displacement? Now I don't know. I don't know what is the distance between O dash and what is the distance between O dash B. But I do know that total distance between O and B is what? 2d by 3. So I can assume that distance O dash, basically O dash. So I will write O dash only. Distance is what? O dash is equal to, what is the speed in this range? Speed is 2v, and what is the time? Time is t by 2. O dash is equal to 2v multiplied by t by 2. Now O dash B, so in this O dash B, distance is O dash B, which is equal to 3v, because the particle travels with speed 3v in O dash B, multiplied by time. What is time? Time is t by 2. If we add both of them, if we add O dash and O dash B, add both of them, O dash plus O dash B, that would be equal to 2v multiplied by t by 2 plus 3v multiplied by t by 2. So once we add both of them, it is 5v t by 2. O dash plus O dash B is 5v t by 2, and we know from this diagram, you can clearly see that O dash plus O dash B is nothing but 2d by 3. So equate it to 2d by 3. This one is equal to 2d by 3. This one is equal to 2d by 3. And now you can further solve. How will solve? So by solving, you equate 2d by 3 is equal to 5bt by 2. So this t comes out to be, 4d upon 15v. 4d upon 15v. Okay, so our job is to find out unknowns T1 and T in terms of small d and small v. So we got small t1 as d by 3v, and we got small t 4d by 15v. Now what is the next step? Next step would be average velocity is equal to total distance, or you can say total displacement upon total time. So total displacement is how much? Total displacement we have assumed between A and B is d upon total time, which is t1 plus t, t1 plus t. Okay. So next step would be average velocity is equal to total distance, which is d, upon total time, which is t1 plus t. So what is t1? T1, you can put the value of t1. T1 is d upon 3v plus t is how much? It is 4d upon 15v. Now further we have to solve this equation. After solving this equation, you will get this d cancel out. So 45v upon 15 plus 12, 27. This would be the final answer. You can further simplify this. This one is 9 and this one is 15. Again, you can simplify this. This one is 5 and this one is 3. So the final answer would be 5v by 3. This would be the final answer. 5v by 3. Okay. Average velocity of this particle during the journey would be 5v by 3. We can understand the question again. The question was particle starts from point A and reaches to point B in a straight line. Initial 1/3 of the distance traveled by speed v. Now remaining 2/3 of the distance, whatever time particle is taking in this 2/3 distance, half of the time particle travels with speed 2v, another half of the time particle travels with speed 3v, t by 2, t by 2. This total time is t. So for these three parts, we applied displacement is equal to velocity multiplied by time for AO, for OO dash, for O dash B. Okay. So this T1 comes out to be D upon 3V. And when you add OO dash and O dash B, which is equal to 2D by 3, that is equal to 5VT by 2. So from here, you will get the value of small t, which is 4D by 15V. And the next step is average velocity, which is total distance upon total time, and final answer comes out to be 5v by 3. These questions are based on average speed and average velocity. Next question. Next question is a balloon. It is motion under gravity. Next question is based on motion under gravity. Hmm. Next question, a balloon going upwards with a velocity of 12 meter per second. There is a balloon. This balloon is moving in upward direction with velocity 12 meter per second. A balloon going upward with a velocity of 12 meter per second is at a height of 65 meter from the earth. So let's say this is the surface of earth. Okay, this is the surface of earth. So at an instant, this balloon is at a height of 65 meter from the surface of earth, and at this instant the balloon is moving up with velocity 12 meter per second. Okay, now exactly at this instant, a packet drops from it. This balloon, a packet drops from this balloon at this instant when the balloon is at a height of 65 meter from the earth and moving upwards with velocity 12 meter per second under the effect of gravity, and the gravity is given as 10 meter per second square in downward direction. Okay, so at this instant a packet is dropped from this balloon. Find out after how much time the packet reaches to earth. Find out after how much time the packet reaches to ground. The balloon is moving up with velocity 12 meter per second, and at this instant the height of balloon from ground is 65 meter. At this instant a packet is dropped from balloon. Find out after how much time that packet reaches to the ground. After how much time that packet reaches to the ground, that you have to find out. So for this question, you must know when a packet is dropped, from a moving balloon, what would be the speed of that packet, first of all? That we need to know. So for example, let's say a train is running. Okay, we are in a train, and train is moving with a velocity, let's say 60 kilometer per hour. And if I want to jump out, if I want to jump off from the train, what do you think, what would be my velocity at that instant when I jump out of the train? It would be same 60 kilometer per hour. If there's a train traveling with a speed 60 kilometer per hour, I think there is some issue with screen. Let me check here. Is it clear now, screen? Okay, wait. Okay, so balloon is flying up. It is moving in upward direction with speed 12 meter per second. And at this instant, height of balloon from Earth is 65 meter. A packet is dropped. A packet is dropped from the balloon. At this instant, you have to find how much time packet reaches to the ground. So as I told you, I gave you one example that if we are traveling in a train and train is moving with speed 60 kilometer per hour, okay, 60 kilometer per hour, and if I want to jump out of the train, then I will have the same velocity as that of the train while jumping out of the at the instant when I'm jumping out of the train. So similarly, when the packet is released from the balloon, when the packet is released from the balloon, the packet will have the same speed as that of the balloon. The packet will have the same speed as that of the balloon. So the packet will also have, if a packet is released, this packet will also have this packet will have the same speed as of that of the balloon, which is 12 meter per second. So this packet will initially go upwards till the time its speed becomes zero. This packet is having 12 meter per second. So initially it will go up. Then after some time, its vertical velocity becomes zero. Let's say at this instant, its velocity becomes zero here. Velocity becomes zero. And then again, it starts coming down and finally reaches to ground. So we have to find out this total time. We have to find out this total time. When a packet is released, okay. So question, a balloon is flying upwards with 12 meter per second. It releases one packet at that instant when the height of the balloon from ground is 65 meter. Okay. So the question is, after how much time packet reaches to the ground. So packet will have the same speed as that of the balloon when it is released. So initially for some time packet will move in upward direction till the time its velocity becomes 0. And then again it starts coming down and reaches to ground. So you have to find out this total time. Can you see this dotted line? So find out this total time. So this point is A, and let's say this is the highest point of where the packet goes, B, and this point is C. Okay, these are 3 points. This one is point A, this one is point B, and this one is point C. The first, so directly what you can do, you can apply S is equal to UT plus half AT square between points A and C. You can apply S is equal to UT plus half AT square between points A and C directly, between the initial point A and final point C. And keeping one thing in mind, that sign convention should be there. Okay, what we are assuming that upward direction is what? Upward direction is positive and downward direction is what? Negative. Upward direction is positive and downward direction is negative. Okay. So what is the display curve when it starts from point A and reaches to point C, as A is the initial point? So with respect to initial point, particle is moving downwards, and what is the distance between A and C? It is given as 65. So with respect to initial position, particle is moving down finally. So it would be taken as minus 65. So displacement would be minus 65. Displacement would be minus 65. Now that is equal to UT plus half AT square. U is the initial velocity. So what is the initial velocity of the particle at point A? It is 12 meter per second in our direction. So that would be plus 12. It would be plus 12, and time we have to find out. So this would be taken as T. Now half AT square. This A is what? This A is the acceleration. And you know A is nothing but acceleration due to gravity, which is always in downward direction. So A would be taken as negative. So it would be minus half multiplied by 10 and multiplied by T square. Minus 65 is equal to 12T minus half 10T square. Now you can further solve it. So minus 65 is equal to 12T minus 5T square. Five T square minus 12T minus 65 is equal to 0. Solve this quadratic equation to get the answer. So T is equal to 5 seconds. After solving this equation, you get T is equal to 5 seconds. So you can solve this question using like two methods. First, you can solve it, you can get time from A to B and then from B to C. Or you can directly solve this equation by applying S is equal to UT plus half AT square between initial point A and final point C. So if I apply S is equal to UT plus half AT square between initial point A and final point C. So with respect to initial point, particle is in downward direction. By what distance? 65. So displacement is negative because we are assuming the downward direction is negative. Now U is what? U is the initial velocity at point A, that is plus 12 meter per second. That is plus 12 meter per second because it is in upward direction. Time we have to find out. half 80 square is what? A. So A is always downward direction. So we are taking it as minus 10. The value in this question is given as, the value of acceleration due to gravity is given as 10 with negative sign, minus half 10 t square. Now after solving this quadratic equation, we get t equal to 5 seconds. So that packet will take 5 seconds to reach the ground once it is released from the balloon. Okay, this is the first method. Now second one is, first we can solve from A to B. From A to B. First we can solve from A to B. So from A to B, when particle reaches to point B, its velocity becomes 0. When particle reaches to point B, its velocity becomes 0. So between A and B, you can apply V is equal to U plus AT. V is equal to U plus AT. Okay, this point is A, this point is B, and this point is C. So between points A and B, while the packet is moving up, at point B, its velocity becomes 0. It comes to rest for a moment. V is equal to U plus AT. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity is plus 12. Acceleration is minus 10. Time is t. So this t comes out to be seconds. And this time is from A to B. This 1.2 second is from A to B. Now we can find out time from B to C. But we should also know what is the distance traveled by the particle from A to B. Between A and B, wait a minute.